Kinga, we have been Facebook friends for a very long time.
Social media in this day and age, honestly, it connects people.
Right. But it took the B Scene event to bring us together. Can you tell me what brought you here tonight?
Well, I came with one of my fellow thespian friends, and it's our first year doing it. I believe this is year 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so honestly, it was floating around Facebook constantly in my newsfeed. It seemed like it was the place to be for all our Vancouver comrades in arms. So we thought we'd come and kind of see the action for ourselves in person. And to meet you, of course. I was hoping you would be here.
Well, I am, and I'm glad I finally met you.
Yeah, likewise.
What have you been working on lately?
Pardon me?
What have you been working on lately?
I recently had a part on the American comedy show Psych, so season 8. Yeah, I was really excited. Not only was I able to be a part of the show in the season 8 finale episode, but I also got to work with Steve Franks, who's the creator of the show. So since it was this particular season finale episode, as the creator of the show, he also came on as a director for that particular episode. So yeah, it was a really great experience because in Vancouver there's so many drama and sci-fi shows, and it was a real treat to be able to experience a bit of comedy outside of the vampire and cop drama. As much as we love those, I mean, hey, no shame in our game about that, but you gotta laugh a little bit. So.
And where did you film it? Because I know sometimes they film in White Rock. There's studios in North Vancouver. Where were you guys?
In the first day we were in Burnaby, and the second day we were in Coquitlam, which is where I live. So
perfect.
Exactly. So I didn't have to trek all the way downtown, fighting tooth and nail through traffic, and you know how that is.
Yeah. What was your role in that episode?
I was one of the criminology students. Don't want to give too much away. There's a little bit of action, but I did get to work with Corbin Bernson, one of the leads on the show. Really, really nice guy. Billy Zane was also guest starring in this particular episode. I got to meet Julia Hill as well, and James Roday, who are the 2 leads. They're really personable guys. Honestly, the whole cast was just super stellar. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better experience. So
now, working with Julia Hill and James Roday, those guys crack you up. I mean, being on set with them, did they ever sort of pull you out of your role and totally throw you off kilter?
I wish they did. I actually didn't do the scene directly with them. I met them in between takes, so I got to work directly with Corbin. So unfortunately, they weren't busy keeping me out of character. I'm sure they were playing some tricks on each other, no doubt, as they tend to do. So it was a treat just to get to meet them. And we were just we crossed paths on set just barely, so kind of snuck it in there. You have to. Yeah, for sure.
Now, of all the shows that are filmed in Vancouver, and there's a ton, is there one in particular that you would love to work on?
Yeah, actually, it's just premiered recently, The Tomorrow People. It's a new J.J. Abrams series. Among the many, Once Upon a Time is another great one. I just love being transported into another world. Not necessarily just being a different character, but literally another world. So that's one thing those 2 shows have in common. Once Upon a Time or Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, you get to relive all your favorite childhood fairy tales, really. And The Tomorrow People is just, teleportation, telekinesis, telepathy, the whole 9 yards really there. So who wouldn't want to be a part of something?
Basically 10 years from now.
We'll see how it goes, I mean, there's room to grow.
Now, of all the things that you've done, all the things you've worked on, is there one that stands out in your mind as a favorite, or stands out because it was like the worst day you've ever had?
I think I'm fortunate enough to say I haven't had any abominable days on set, at least not that I can currently recall, which is probably to my benefit. One of my proudest moments, I will say, it was a few years ago. It was for the 24-hour Vancouver Film Race, and my team and I basically had to, from scratch, create a short film, 3 minutes long, write it, edit it, do the sound, everything like that, act in it, of course, within 24 hours, and have it edited, finished, and submitted within that 24 hours. So we ended up in, I think it was about 36 submissions total. We ended up getting first place in Vancouver, which was a huge accomplishment We ended up going to New York to compete, and we ended up coming 3rd overall in North America. So it was a true testament to our improvisation skills, and just the right people at the right time with the right ideas came together. So
when you do something in 24 hours, do you take the time to write out a script, or do you just get a basic?
Most of it, actually. There was, we did some voiceover threading the film, so that was written out, which, I mean, we just voice dubbed it over, so we didn't have to be on camera, obviously, for that. So we were able to write, actually, something that was coherent and made sense, basically, but the rest of it was mumbo jumbo, and we were just kind of going with the storyline, hoping that it worked. I was so ill at that time too. I remember they were having dinner and we were shooting through the night, and I was literally sleeping on 2 chairs with like the flu. It was so uncomfortable. Even a guy I had just met as part of the crew, we ended up shooting a scene at his house. I slept in his bed, just met him. Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for the hospitality.
That's not a normality for you?
All in a day's work. You have to. Yeah, when you're flying by the seat of your pants, you got to make it work. And that's another reason why I love artists. You're willing to really throw yourself out there into any situation and, be one for the art.
It's all improv, right? Go with the flow.
Absolutely. I'm go with the flow in every aspect of life. So it seems to work out so well for me so far. Fingers crossed that it kind of smooth sailing from here, right?
Perfect. Yeah. Now, Kinga, I'm sure you've seen most of my posts, and I don't know that you are actually wearing socks today. Are you?
Oh, darn, I have seen you. Okay, I'm not wearing awesome socks because I would look really a little bit silly with my Lord of the Rings leggings.
Maybe.
I know you're a fan of the funky socks.
A little bit.
I am wearing Lululemon running socks though, just so I'm not like slipping and sliding, but they're like the little ankle socks, just to kind of, a little friction in there, because I would probably fall in these otherwise, and I embarrass myself enough day to day that I could try and save face a little bit.
And you have. You thought about it. You got the good socks on, the amazing leggings.
If I knew you were going to be here for sure, I would have put more thought into my under the shoe wear.
I believe it.
I swear I would have.
Next time.
Next time. And there will be a next time. Or I'll put a Facebook post and continue our friendship that way.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, Maija.